come in peace. We look for and see the good in others. We train in mutual respect. Aloha e malama pono, and welcome to day 2 of COVID-19 training. So today we're going to put the lesson of yesterday into action, which was box breathing, by adding that to some movement from Qigong. We're also going to be working on our walking technique, which I was helped by Sifu a friend of mine who's a physical therapist, with the advice I will give you there. And then we'll add to that by following up with joint mobility training. Our quote of the day is that courage is doing what you are afraid to do. There can be no courage unless you are afraid. That's from Rickenbacker. And it's a good lesson as you see what's going on in the world around us. I'm calling upon you to be the aloha that you wish to see in the world. No good decision is ever made out of anger and fear. Good decisions are made out of courage and love. So let's get started. Yesterday we talked about box breathing. You inhale, you hold your breath, you exhale, you hold your breath, and then you inhale again. So we're adding movement to that. So with the box breathing, when we add the movement, it's a 4-square pattern. So I inhale. As I hold, I root. And then exhale. As we hold, we root. Then we inhale. As we hold, we root. And then we exhale. And as we hold, we root. So it's not just the hands, it's the entire body. And it's using the capital letter I of your shoulders, your spine, and your hips. So basically, you're going to inhale, hold your breath, and lower your center of gravity and root. And then you're going to exhale, then hold your center of gravity and root. And then you're going to inhale, and then you're going to hold, and then you're going to exhale as you move once again. So you can do this over several rotations of breaths, so that instead of just staying still, you're actualizing your functional movement. Now with that, that's something to do when you first wake up to set your mindset for the day, which again is to be the aloha we wish to see in the world. With that, I want you to add that awareness of your breathing and your respiratory system with cardiovascular functional exercise. And the simplest one to start with is walking. But we don't just want to walk any which way. We want to walk in a way that improves ABC, your awareness, your balance, and your control. So you want to feel that sense of ABC, of awareness, balance, and control as you move through space and in all directions. My physical therapist, Sifu had a knee injury and he helped me through it. One of the most helpful things that he advised me was that as I'm working on my walking, I need to walk like Bruce Lee, which in his way meant that you're stoked, that you're happy, that you're willing to be fortunate, you're willing to be hopeful, you're willing to be faithful, and you're willing to be blessed. So how do we do that? Well, we want to keep our center of gravity, and as we move, we want to be very conscious of that movement. I can go forward and back, toe to heel when I'm moving backward, heel to toe when I'm moving forward, keeping that line of your hips to your heels so that your body is always in a constant state of balance and control. One other helpful exercise that come from the Maori in New Zealand has to do with almost like you're a tightrope walker, and I'm gonna put my heel right in front of my toe and transfer, heel in front of the toe and transfer, heel in front of the toe and transfer. So if you look down a little bit toward my feet, you'll be able to see this. Heel to toe, I switch back. I take another step, heel to toe, we switch and we switch back. Heel to toe, we switch and we switch back. Now when we do this, we also can use this as a way of setting our breath. So from here, step forward, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now to the side. To the other side. Stepping backwards. Stepping backwards on the other side. Now elevating and tipping our toes. And Da Vinci Man down. And now you should be ABC. Aware, balanced, and in control. So to that, we're going to add joint rotations. It's very important to keep your synovial fluid in your joints, keep yourself mobile. Remember that in addition to exercise, we also want to be using nutrition and good sleep to maintain our body's immune system. So, along with keeping your body to be a functional machine, to build you as a warrior of aloha to fight the difficulty around us, we want to make sure that our joints are well lubricated. So if I'm standing shoulder width apart, I'm going to root as I would if I was going to be practicing Tai Chi. And then from this rooted position, soft knees, soft hips, we're going to gently rotate the head. And I'm only going to do a few of each so that the video isn't too long, but I would encourage you, once you learn this routine, to do each one longer than I'm doing it. So now I'm rotating the head in the other direction. Now from here, I'm going to rotate my shoulders inward, elevate, rotate my palms out, and relax back. Forward, up, and back. Forward, up, and back. Forward, up, and back. All right? So, if you can see this well, we're now going to do that in the opposite direction. So we went forward last time, we're going to go back now. I'm going to rotate my shoulders back, and now I elevate and go forward. So in the beginning we went forward and then back, now we're going back and then forward. And this is like what we used to have to do in water polo practice with butterfly swimming. All right? So if you come up a little bit higher, you'll probably be able to see a little bit better. So back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Now, like I'm going to do a military press, or I'm about to hold a pull-up bar, my wrists are rotated backward. Reach back as far as you can for your rotator cuff. And now it's like you're catching mangoes behind your back. So I'm breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. My recommendation would be to do at least 8 of every exercise that I show you. Next one is going to be a little unusual. It's going to be as if I'm doing some sort of cool Bruce Lee maneuver, but this is, my fingers are making a full rotation all the way around, and this is for your fingers and your wrists. So first, one is going inward and the other one's going outward, and then that switches to where the other hand goes inward and the other one rotates outward. Okay? So that motion is going to help keep your fingers and wrists healthy, to avoid any carpal tunnel, and make sure that you can always have spirit fingers when the dance move moment arrives and the whole world celebrates that everything's better, you can get out on the dance floor and have your cool little finger movements, all right? So next we're gonna be working our trunk rotations. And when your butt is behind you is when you switch directions. That's safer for your lower back. And then you're gonna transition into the hips, right? Because we're in Hawaii, you gotta know some hula, right? You're gonna change direction. Very nice. So now to truly engage your hips for the day, we're going to take that one level up. So what we're gonna be doing is raising one leg, and then I raise it up as high as I can 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then inward like I'm playing hacky sack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then out like you're gonna do a side kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now behind you, like you're the FTD flower guy, or you're running, or you're doing a back kick. 8, 9, 10. Then back to the front, and then down, and then we engage the other side. So we're gonna lift up that other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inward like hacky sack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Outward like a side kick. Go a little bit higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now backward like a back kick, or like you're the running man or the FTD flower guy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the front. Down, and conclude by we're doing the breathing exercise. So we're gonna breathe in, out, in, out, side, out, breathing inside, together out, stepping backward, breathing in, coming forward, back out, stepping back, breathing in, coming forward, back out, reaching for the sky, and descending like the Da Vinci Man down to reset your body's joints and supportive posture, because supportive posture is going to help with your breathing. All of this is meant to function together to keep you aware, balanced, and in control. Now that's true physically in terms of your own body awareness, right? Your own physical balance, your own control over your own body. But it's also true mentally in terms of your perspective of awareness of what's happening around you, in terms of the balance of how you weigh and measure the different things you're hearing in the news, in terms of your control about what you really can do in the crisis that we're all facing here together. Focus on what you can do, on what you can control, and that'll help you stay positive. Because the next facet is emotional. What are you aware of emotionally? How are you feeling? What are the feelings of the family members or others close to you that you're communicating with during this time? How are you balancing what you're feeling internally with the information others are giving you? What's your level of control on how to comfort other people that are going through difficulty? This is important emotionally because things like anger and fear, they can be more contagious than any virus the world might face. But here's the good news. Courage and aloha are just as contagious and even more powerful than any virus or any level of fear or anger that anyone can manifest. So we want to act with courage. We want to treat each other with respect, show compassion, kindness, and above all, be the aloha that we want to see in the world. Because the fourth facet of this, ABC, awareness, balance, control, we have the physical, we have the mental, we have the emotional, but that fourth facet is the spiritual. And in the end, If everything came down to the present moment, who are you spiritually? Who are you? What is the essence of your being? What is the testament of your time here? If this is my last day on earth, I want to echo that message, praying that you will join me in being the aloha that we hope to see in the world. So that's the focus of today's lesson. Functionalizing box breathing with movement. Adding the breathing exercise with your walking to exercise ABC so that you walk like Bruce Lee. And that feeling is important. You don't want to be the guy that's walking around looking down at the ground thinking about how terrible things are. When you're walking like Bruce Lee, you're walking like you can do anything. You're confident. You're stoked. You're excited to be alive. And you love everyone you love 100%. That is what it means. You want to feel that power. You want to feel that joy. You want to feel that blessing. And you want to walk like how you walk will influence the entire world. Because it will. Because courage and aloha are more contagious and more valuable than any virus could possibly become.